Hello everybody and welcome back to Rule the Waves 2 as Japan. We are almost 4 years into this war, and we've gone from just barely able to hang on and waiting for relief from our allies to now essentially having the run of the place. Still, the actual Japanese army has not been able to do anything yet in the Liaotung Peninsula, though fingers crossed, one of these days, that we are beginning our second generation of light carriers, the Taiyo class light carriers, which can carry 10 more aircraft, are a hair faster, and that's really about it. It's just more anti-aircraft guns as well. So hopefully those will be the new lead ships of the light cruiser forces. But yeah, let's keep going here. Okay, got a fleet battle. Yeah, Russians decline, as they normally do. Cruiser action. Russians decline. Fleet battle. Russians decline. Interstellar on the rise. Torpedo warfare. We do not have the money for that. Examination of captured enemy munitions has... Oh, no, damn it. I misread that. They wanted to buy it from us. Fuck. I'm going to get shit for that. Research and explosive shells. Yes. I get through half of it and then I don't read the rest. I need to do it all. Depth charges. Enables depth charges on ships. Okay. Enemy submarine destroyed one of our destroyers. Fuck you. They sank some of our ships. Another 160 VP from Great Britain. And 160 for having them blockaded. Damn it. Could have got some extra cash out of that. Because the Congo is not ready yet, so let's just go ahead and halt construction of you. That'll give us some money. And come on, Congo. Get out of the slipways so we can actually build some other ships. But that'll give us 4 battle cruisers, which would be great. That'll give us 2 Akoma class and 2 Simpson classes. Hell, we could even go ahead and actually refit the Simpson for rebuild. What would we do? We'd give it director firing control, put director on its secondary guns, place machinery to give us some extra weight. Do we have better 12-inchers? We do. That'd be quality 1. And replace it with an oil engine. I mean, yeah, it would actually be a fairly decent ship at that point. We have 600 extra tons. What would we do? Well, we'd up the armor to 10 on the turrets because we're not fucking around with turret explosions. We can give increased elevation on the guns, give them extra range. Turret top will up to 4. And I think that's good. I mean, we could theoretically put these 6-inchers into double turrets. Does that even work? We're building the ship. Additional secondaries only in single mounts. Okay. Okay, so we could go ahead and put them in single mounts and put better guns on it. No. Slightly overweight. Yeah. We'd have to drop the amount of guns down. No. Simpson is apparently considered a battleship, even though those guns are not battleship grade. But that would be a decent refit. It'd be a year-long refit, but maybe that, or we could just keep to the casemates. Keep to the casemates, and then no, and that's all okay. Get 37 spare tons, but we can't really do a lot extra on that. Or we could drop the secondaries. There's another thing. We could drop the secondaries to 10, put them into single 10-gun turrets. So we redo that, and then up the speed to 28 knots? Maybe, yeah, it was the speed. I mean, that would be a pretty decent refit. So that'd be the 1924 refit of the Simpson class, and we could put both the Simpson and the Tuskaba in there. This would be something we'd do afterwards, though, really. Keep it going. We'll keep it going for right now, but that's something we could look into in the future, just to get a little bit extra usable life out of the Simpsons. But let's go to the next turn, see what the Russians want to do. We intercept another Russian raider running the blockade. We'll fight that battle. Unknown ships spotted. They're right next to us. We're going full speed. There's an AMC. For some reason, we're having trouble spotting them. Oh yeah, we'll catch him. There we go. We're at speed. Torpedoes out. He's down. There we go. You ain't running the blockade on me. Go. Widespread demonstrations and serious disturbances reported in Russia. New battlecruiser Congo is commissioned in the Navy. Spy from Germany, handled quietly and discreetly. Diesel generators, gradual damage control improvement. Good. Improved AP penetrator alloys, gradual AP penetration improvement. Scientists said they're well on the way to understanding enhanced warhead explosives. We sink a sub. They sink a lot of our merchants. Okay. So there we go. We got the second Akoma out. Alright. Let's get all these guys resumed. Yes. Yes. Zoom. Zoom. Yeah, that works out. By the time these guys are done and this guy's done, these guys will, yeah, we should still be okay with money. So, all right, our next generation of light carriers are being developed, are built. So, raid on coastal shipping. Unable to challenge us. Enemies sounded out feelers negotiated peace with us getting split in some of their colonies. We can secure even better terms if we crush them completely. Yep. No common ground found. Superimposed B mounts on CLs. Oof. That's good. New float plane. The float plane scout, the Kawasaki Shunzu. Maybe the Shizu is ready for operational service. That's good. They sink a lot of our merchants again. So let's just check aircraft types. So new float plane scout out here. Which is a lot better than the one we currently have. So we're just going to go ahead and obsolete this one. And all of our other planes are slowly getting out to the fleet. So that's good. Alright. Not a lot else we can really do. We just got to keep going forward and hope either the Russians give up completely. I want them crushed. Or we capture the Liaotung Peninsula so that we can focus on this island and then you know, do what we will. Battleship engagement. Accept it. Okay, good. They're actually fighting us here. Unknown ship spotted. Okay, this was right next to our battleships, well ahead of our screens. Full steam ahead. What is it? Light cruiser. Hey, buddy. I think you made a very bad choice here. Not only that, it's the middle of the morning, which means you're going to have an airstrike coming at you very soon from our land-based aircraft. Oh, that's bullshit. Didn't hit a mine. There's both of our carriers, which is not great. Come on, land-based aircraft. We're getting hits in. Slowing down. This is the last of the major combatants that they have. If you consider a light cruiser a major combatant, this is... Yep, there he goes. All they have left after that, I think, is a seaplane carrier and some destroyers. Major victory, thank you. The government of Russia has collapsed in revolution. The Tsar has been deposed. Communist regime has taken over. They have been forced to accept harsh peace conditions. Peace conditions? Peace conditions. Thank you. Okay, so we can get almost everything. We're going to want the Yutung Peninsula and this. We can't take that. Could, but no. We're going to take the two that we want around the islands, around our home islands, so that we secure our position. Okay. After considerably reduced, yes, I understand that. Lightweight fittings, so better hull savings, enhanced warhead explosives. Torpedoes do more damage. And yeah, we now control all this, though our finances aren't too great right now. So let's see here. What are the most expensive? We'll halt construction of one of you. Halt construction of one of you. We are going to go ahead and place the okay, the Yakumo is an ancient ship, so it's getting scrapped at this point. Yes. The Navy experimental establishment suggests the heavy cruiser Yakumo could be expended for gunnery practice and damage assessment. What do you say? Good idea. Might have some valuable experience. The firing trials against the Yakumo have advanced our knowledge of AP projectiles. All right. Here's the thing. We could get rid of the Awade class. Gun 1903, but it was refit. The Takawa class is a monster of a ship and also a monster of a budget fiend, so we're going to get rid of it. In all honesty, it's just not worth it at this point. Actually, hold on. Check the almanac. Yeah, most places are getting rid of their heavy cruisers, except there's a new generation of heavy cruisers being put out. But these are too old, I think, for that. I mean, we could open design for rebuild and see what we could do with it, but it's far too heavy. It's basically a pocket battleship, but it's not worth it at this point. We need to scrap it. And we're going to take the Awade class out of there as well. Scrap it. Because, yeah, I don't think we want another converted aircraft carrier out of it. So we got those. We can go ahead and... 900 tons. Alright, we can go ahead and put the Shoho into the reserve fleet. Okay, got that. Iki into the reserve fleet, as well as the Teskaba into the reserve. And the Congo into the reserve fleet as well. Did we put the Oddball in the reserve fleet? I think we put the Oddball in the reserve fleet. Actually, all of our big boys are putting in the reserve. Then, halt construction of you. Lot. Okay, we'll get some money out of that. Some money out of that. So I think we're good now. I think we're good for right now. We could also, theoretically, couldn't we also put some of these air crews into reserve? Yeah, let's do that. Let's actually do that. So I forget which ones are. Okay, the Nagira one, we'll put you in reserve because you're on the home islands. The Yokosuka, put you into reserve, and the Sasebo will put you in reserve. Gets us a little bit extra. Okay. We got some reserve air formations. That helps us out. We got the Liaotung Peninsula, which has airfields, by the way. So we need to look at those air groups. Yeah, those will have to be... I'll have to put those in reserve as well. Okay. There we go. Almost 4 years of war, but we succeeded. We also succeeded in completely collapsing the Tsarist regime. Okay. Next turn. Great Britain scrapped some destroyers and a light cruiser. Be re-equipped with the Tenzin B. New Italian torpedo bomber. Alright. I do want to check. So let's go to ships in service. Let's look at these guys. So 1901. Is it useful? I don't think so anymore. We're scrapping her. Scrapped. Okay. The Tsushima class. Is it useful? No. No, not anymore. 1905. Scrapping her. Okay, we have the Shiota class. We got 3 of them. The 1908 era ones. 5,000 tons, 25 knots. 4 below water torpedo tubes are pretty limited. Pretty shit guns. I think we're going to have to scrap them. Okay. Keep these 3. The Hasade, the Nawa, and the Naiwa, both of these. We'll keep them because they're fairly new. They've got above water torpedo tubes. I think this one does. No, this one's still got submerged, but I think it's still okay. We're going to replace them with newer light cruisers that we will develop once we get through this line of corvettes and seaplane carriers and light carriers. If we can get through all these, we can start building up some light cruisers that we need to focus in on. Also need to revitalize our destroyer force, because it's fairly old, so maybe get a newer one. These new corvettes will also be replacing the older ones. We'll send them down to like Formosa area. So yeah, we've got a fairly sizable air force, actually. We're second only to the US. So that's not bad. So let's go to the next turn. 2 new corvettes into the Navy. British government's offering to sell us the rights to naval aviation lighter than air improved airship tail design. We don't really need the airships, in all honesty. Create them automatically, yes, and yes. I'm gonna have to just shutter that one too. Where the hell? It's K. It's K. Where the hell is it? Where the hell is it? There we go. Gonna reserve you in the new conquered territories because, in all honesty, it's very expensive to keep them going. Okay, all of these resume. All those corvettes, get them going. All right, and we're just kind of building up money at this point. Let's keep going. Okay, scrapped some subs. A lot of things with the with our Air Force being re-equipped with newer planes, all that kind of stuff, so that's good. It gives us apparently the new flying boat is of poor reliability, which is not great. But they're slowly being phased in. We need a crap load of torpedo bombers. But yeah, that's all working out, so good. Yeah, all of these all these corvettes need to be tossed out for newer ones. All of these destroyers, everything below 1914 needs to kind of be thrown out and newer designs need to be put in. So that's something we're going to have to look into. All right, so that'll be our focus. Our big ships are reserved right now because of just how much they're costing us. Hopefully we'll get more income soon. We did capture quite a bit of territory, so that'd be great. Some scrapped and commissioned ships. Alright, a couple more months for those corvettes to be ready. There we go. Nice. Nothing big. Alright, you guys are ready. Okay, we'll have a new seaplane carrier ready next month, which means we're going to go ahead and resume construction of this one. Next turn. There we go. The Hoten Maru, commissioned in the Navy. 2 new corvettes into the Navy. Regional war seems imminent on the Asian mainland. One of our major arms manufacturers wants to step up exports to the likely belligerents. What's your reaction? A strong industry. Yeah, we'll get a little bit more attention, but a strong arms industry is a guarantee for national security. We should sell to everyone who wants to buy. Scientists made unexpected advances in turret and gun mounting. So double gun mounts on light cruisers. Yeah, we're definitely going to get some new light cruisers. That's going to be a focus. Because that's kind of where we're good, is our light forces, and we need more of them. So that's where we're going to focus. New Corvette. Offering to sell us the rights to fire control, improved director, fire control. No thanks, we cannot afford it yet. Okay, nothing too new there. Alright. So what we have... Let's go ahead and let's look at a design for a light cruiser. So what do we got here? Okay. I would prefer to have it 6,500 tons so that we can increase the tubes of these to 3 across the board. Director for secondary guns not developed for smaller than a CA. Okay. Cramped accommodations. Alright. So, director fire off that. Let's go to normal accommodations. Okay, and that gives us 6-inch guns in turrets. It's a fast bastard. Can't get any faster. Ooh, if we could jump it by 1. Increase the cost a little bit, but incline belt gives us a little bit of armor. A lot of extra armor. Without necessarily affecting us too badly. If we jump it by 1 tick, we can get unit machinery, which decreases the chances of us losing our engines to a hit. I like that. We've got a decent quality, we've got a good amount of anti-aircraft guns. We could probably top it out. 21 light anti-aircraft guns. We still got 29 spare tons for future upgrades. That's 6,600 tons. I don't think that's that bad. 2 3-inchers are kind of... Could go with 4 3-inchers. Insufficient top speed space. 19 anti-aircraft guns, and we get that. I think that's good. So would that be the... That'd be the Unabi? Unubi? I think it'd be Unabi, probably. Or there's no N. Well, no. Unabi? Unabi class? I'm not sure. It's a pretty damn good replacement for our light cruisers. And that's the thing. We're focused on our light forces as Japan, really. We have advantages in those areas. So we need to play to those advantages. Because we're never going to have the money to be able to support a huge amount, or a very large amount of heavy ships, of capital ships. At least not for a while yet. We're going to save that, yes. And we have enough to do a feasibility study, so we'll do that. Okay, next turn. Great Britain wants to extend our security arrangement. Yes, we should extend it. Major shipyards short on orders, offering to build another Taiyo class in 18 months. So cutting a month off and a 10% discount. We'll take that offer. That'd be the Chuyo. Prime Minister wants to reduce finance for the Navy to build a new palace and auxiliary yacht for the head of state. Protest. Wants the help of the Naval League to derail the plans for a palace. Yes. Okay. Then we'll go ahead and shutter the third of the Taiyo class. And we got 5 months for you. All right. But what we are going to go ahead and do is we've got how many of these guys? 9. I want to get rid of the 9 Corvettes we had previously because they're old and busted. we're just going to go ahead and they're also costing us a lot more money because they're old and busted, so we're going to go ahead and scrap them. Yes, that saves us a bit of cash. What else are we going to do? Destroyers are going to be something we need to look into, so we're going to save some money for a bit and then get some better destroyers. So let's go to the next turn. Insufficient ships on foreign station. Continue anyway. Yes, we'll have to send them over. So we got the new AV. Finished our working up. Scientists report they have suffered temporary setback. Figure out the concept of improved armor testing methods. All right. Not now for the light cruiser. Let's go ahead and send all these corvettes. We're going to move you down to Southeast Asia, along with the lead ship of our new seaplane carriers, and that will be enough ships on foreign station, hopefully, for us. Let's check out a design as well. I wanted to see about a new destroyer. 1,500 pounds, dual gun mounts. So we'll have 6 5-inchers, 8 torpedoes, fast bastard. Unit machinery gives us a better chance of not losing our speed. Get a decent amount of AA would be good, just to increase their usefulness in future conflicts. I think it's a pretty darn good ship. 14 months, about a year for each of these, so a little bit more over a year than for each of these, but about 400 a month. It's not bad. So like our monthly income is 1,200, so we could build quite a few of these as replacements. So we're going to go ahead and that be the Hakaze class? Ooh, okay. Double mounts are not researched, so so we'll have to bring that down to decrease guns on all of those. You know what? No. Instead of doing that, we can go ahead. I think we have a design. Yeah, 1,500 ton design already. Which, if we look at the details, that's 8. It's basically the same thing. It's got a little bit less AA than we would normally have, but I mean, that's fine. They're about as expensive. So yeah, we'll put down 2 of those. And we'll start redoing our light forces. We'll start replacing these really old destroyers with the oldest first, so the 1904 lot of these being replaced with, so we need 5 ships of the newer ones, getting the newer ones in, and then replacing those old ones, and we'll just keep doing that as an idea. We're also going to need to go ahead and do a refit of the Simpson class at some point, but hopefully we can get some more funding from the Hawk Party at some point. You know, the Soviets look super angry with us, so maybe they'll give us some more money. We did have a constant war with them for 4 years. Though thankfully, Great Britain seems to still be on our side, so that's nice. So yeah, that's something we'll need to look into. But looking at the time, that's going to be the end of this episode. So thank you for joining me for this episode. If you'd like to, please leave a comment down below. Hit that like button. If you want to support the channel, hit the subscribe button down below, as well as take a look at the description down below, where I have links to my Discord and my Patreon page. Well, I'll see all of you in the next episode. Bye!